I remember I bought the first iPad when it came out, and then I bought a few subsequent iPads, and I hadn't had one for 4 or 5 years, and I just have an iPhone. I have the largest iPhone they make, the screen and everything, and these things have been great. I haven't had much of a problem with them. But then the newer iPads came out, and I'm like, okay, fine, I'll jump back in because I want the latest processor. The newest processor I think is really nice. So this is the iPad Pro 11 inch. This is fourth generation. This one's the one that just came out a few weeks ago. So I just got it. The guy just dropped it off. So I already figured out how I was gonna set it up, what things I'm gonna install on it. I just bought the 128 gig version because I'm just gonna use it mostly for streaming. Maybe I'll do some pictures and stuff. I'll probably do a small vlog from it or something, or try to get a video with the squirrel or something like that with it. Anyway. The big selling point was that this has 120 hertz refresh rate on the screen. So does my phone, and I love it on my phone. I didn't think that would be that big of a thing for me, but when I started using it on my phone, I'm like, oh, I want an iPad that has that refresh rate. So yeah, pulls it out with your thumb. Nice and thin, but it feels super solid. So here's the iPad. These nice, not knitted, but these fabric cables, USB-C. This is USB-C, the USB-C power brick, thankfully. Next version of iPhone is supposed to have it. So I prefer USB-C. So paperwork and some stickers, usual stuff. Let's take a look at this. iPad Pro. Really nice. I love the form factor. This thing is super thin, super nice. Power button on the top. The cameras. It has its space so that way when you, I don't know, I haven't decided whether or not I'm gonna do a docking station. I do have one of those arms, so I can just put it, because basically I just want to put it right in front of me, so that way I have my computers here. But it looks really nice. It feels great. It's nice and metal and glass. It's brand new, of course. Has no weird smell or anything yet. So, yeah, 11 inches. I think it's going to work really well. Let me just go ahead and set it up real quick. So, it takes a few minutes to activate. I don't know how well you can see. It takes a few minutes to activate your iPad. I don't understand. That's weird. Face ID. So I'm going to Face ID so I can unlock it with my face, which is, again, crazy. Alright, it's set up. So I have my iCloud account and everything, so I'm setting it up here. It's 11 inches, but it doesn't feel that big, but it doesn't feel like it's small either. I can hold it with one hand, and then I can press like an old lady with one finger, or I can do the two hands. I've already had to enter in all my password and everything like that, but it seems to work really well. I like the brick. I like that it's a larger wattage. I think, let me take this off. What is it? It's too small for me to read. Great, it's 20 watt. There it is. 20 watt. So it'll charge it really nicely. It needs a little bit of a top off, but that's it. The interface is really nice. I like USB-C. I think it's just really nice. This just looks really nice. The refresh on it is super fast. It feels comfortable. It looks really nice. I'm gonna start using it. If I have any notes or anything, I'll add to this video in a second. But yeah, I'm excited. It looks good. Ignore the dog fur. Got the smart pad for the smartfolio. I was thinking about getting a third-party one, but then this ends up being cheaper, and I just want something to cover it because I don't want to scratch it or crack it. I did get Apple Care, but I don't want to have to deal with it if I don't have to. So it looks really good. Let me get it out of the case, and we'll start. We'll put it on, see what it looks like. The only thing that was like, oh, well, I want to get one that's a different color, but they only had black and like green. No, there was black and green, but I didn't really care for the other colors. Black, green, and some other colors, I forget. But, I don't know. I guess it feels okay. It feels sturdy. It doesn't. This is nice and soft, which is important, of course. So, take the iPad. And there you go. Just pops right on because it's magnets. And then there you go. Goes real quick. So this is nice and covered now. I did not want it to be scratched or anything. So let's do this real quick. That's exactly what I want. So I can put it like this, listen to some music, watch TV, put on a podcast or something. But yeah, it works great. Happy with it. And it was cheaper than the other option, and it's the Apple one, so whatever, you know. Anyway, that was the addition to the iPad. So far, everything else has been great. I think as far as speed and usability and everything, this thing just flies. It works really well. Multitasking takes a little bit of getting used to, but it's really nice. It works fast. I haven't had any issues with it. Loading everything super quick and have all my apps ready to go. This version of iOS is so much more interesting to use than when I had an iPad like 5 years ago. I think it's leaps and bounds better.